Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Hey, I want to tell you right off the bat, I spell it out to anybody. There's no in between, but with regard to these other channels, I don't want any emails. I don't want any texts. I don't want any phone calls. I've told you this before. I could care less what any of these channels do, what they say, what their plan is, and I've told you this more than once. From now on, anybody that sends me a text or an email or voicemail, any form of communication that you can imagine, and it's about what some other channel's doing, I'm going to block you. I couldn't have been more adamant to clearly tell you over the last however long, I could care less what these people are doing. I've told you this before. And everybody out there seems to think that, well, I think you should know. I don't care. I mean, there's a bunch of you out there that are always in the periphery of this nonsense that goes on in YouTube, trying to help under the ruse of letting me know what's out there. It's the last time I'm bringing it up. I don't care. I don't pay any attention to them. I'm really not into subscribers and views or anything, but it is kind of an indication of how a channel's going to do long term. I've got a lot of interest. I don't stick to one thing. I don't go back to the well just because I think it's a bunch of views. If I did, I'd interview Maddie every day of the week while I was in Detroit. I haven't interviewed her, and I can't even tell you the last time. So that's the way it's going to be. I think the petition to end my channel was about 100,000 subscribers ago. So I'm not worried about anybody out there ending my channel. It's a joke. And another thing that I want to talk about is my relationships with the people that I have on YouTube. Well, for starters, I've always documented whatever it is anybody sent, just so they knew the people that they sent it for were getting it. There's all sorts of things that I do on my own that I don't document. And just like the relationships I have with Maddie and Gerald, that I've had with Tassie, Jesse, Kim, they're none of anybody's business. What I do with them, what I give them, what I don't give them, what we talk about is none of your business. I noticed there aren't any videos up about Jesse, who got out of Detroit, about Tassie, who's doing well, and about Kim, who's on the road to recovery. But you really want to get on some of these other people, even though they're struggling with addiction, about what they do in their off time. And I suspect that part of that is because they've got 11,000 subscribers, which you'll never have. Why? Because they're personable people that struggle with addiction. What people send them or what they do, I don't really know. I'll bet I haven't given Maddie and Gerald a total of $100 since I've known them. I have given them other things that people have sent. Now, I don't know what other people do, but, to have these people out there and, do what they can to help them in their own way, and to have these crazy, nutty stalkers out there just infringing on their lives under the ruse of trying to help just shows you how crazy it is. On Facebook, you can't do this kind of crap. And I think within time, it's going to be the same way on YouTube. YouTube is catching up with, the volume of data that they process, and I think there's going to be one day where you're not going to be able to use my name and your title, and you're not going to be able to use the names of other people to enhance your own low-level stalking channel that you've started about people that are struggling, which is an addiction issue. It's just like alcoholism. I wouldn't be surprised that some of these people want to start a channel about people that have tried to help people that are alcoholics. I mean, if you look at all these channels, they all have one thing in common. They're all super unsuccessful people. They're 46, living with their mom, drinking, smoking, having babies that go to special ed, 200 pounds overweight, chain smoking, going to tell you how to run your life. They stepped on an ant one time accidentally, and that's why they can't go to a job like everybody else. this other kook down there that thinks he's a ladies' man. I see even some of these stalkers have finally caught on to this nut job. The working girls hide when they see him coming. Just a weirdo that's been ostracized anywhere he's traveled. So I'm going to do my thing, and you guys can do yours. And I'm not worried about anybody doing anything out there at all. You guys can go ahead and do a been verified and figure out where I live. And I'm well aware of what I need to do to protect myself. And I'm not afraid of going to Detroit or anyplace else. So keep that in mind. And a second thing, after you do your been verified report, you look at it, go Google the circuit and district courts that have jurisdiction over where I've lived in the past. I don't have any problem at all filing a lawsuit for the right reasons. I don't file them for no reason, and I don't file them against total low-end losers that don't have a pot to piss in, that still live with their mother, or that walk to work. So you're always going to have these fringe people that realize that they're not going to get sued, because what's another collection or a judgment? Getting sued to them doesn't mean anything. They'll write their grocery list on the back of it. So those people are going to flourish up until the day comes when YouTube cuts them off. If you look, Miss Flint just got all her videos taken down by YouTube just a week ago or so, and it wasn't because they thought she was doing a good job. So all in all, if you want to watch videos that I upload, that's great. I'm glad to have the interaction with people that like what I do. If you don't like what I'm doing, get lost. Unsubscribe from my channel so you don't get an alert every time, so you can go on and make some content out of what I did, because you're too dumb to come up with any content on your own. I don't even think half you clowns know how to work a video camera. The amount of, I say the amount of attention they get, in the whole scheme of things, they don't get much attention at all. All these channels will hang around with low numbers. They'll start out better than a legitimate channel would at the beginning, but they'll all slowly drift into the past from inactivity, from probably a third of their membership getting incarcerated, a multitude of reasons. So, you know, you can always send me a question if you have one. I'm definitely interested in somebody that has a better idea on things. But I could really care less about what any of these other channels are doing. Zero. All you got to do is look at their writing and verbal skills, and it's pretty apparent these are hostile people with low IQs. Most of them are probably conspiracy theorists. They always show you about 4 square feet of where they're at, because it's probably at their mother's house, and it's just insignificant. And the only reason I made this upload is because it surprises me that people that actually even bother watching some of this crap. So if you think you're helping me by letting me know about something going on, you're not. Get lost. You can go watch those at your own, on your own time, and think what you want about them, but I'm not interested in hearing them. I don't watch them. Come here, Daisy. Come here, Daisy. Most of my mail has to be approved, or it goes into spam automatically, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. So for the good people out there that I've known a long time, thank you. Appreciate your support and your interest in stuff that I upload, and have a good day.